Education USA Advisor at United States Sri Lanka Fulbright Commission. Let me welcome Mrs. Nilum Senadira to address the audience.
Thank you. So you have by now heard much about the Fulbright Commission and a little bit about the Education USA Advisory Center as well. But let me take on from where Mr. Anderson talked about the Advising Center. I want to stress the fact that we are there to help you. We are there to give you free advice about studying in the US. We take you starting from the general orientation, or sometimes, most of the time, you come to us asking questions about how do I do the TOEFL, how do I do the GRE. Those are the first questions you begin to wonder, because you have heard somewhere that you need to do your TOEFL and your GRE. So you come to the Fulbright Commission, and then there would be somebody who would start talking to you, and you would really start on a very, I would say, wonderful experience of meeting people, learning, understanding, and even forming we can even help you to form thoughts about your future career options. And it's all there for you for free. So I don't know why I know there are some people who would pay to get this sort of information, but the Fulbright Commission and the Advising Center is all for you, meant for you, and free for you. Okay, so I'll just start on I will just put you through the basics of graduate studies in the US very briefly, and I know you would have a lot of questions. And I think we learn more from questions rather than from, boring lectures. So this is really a discussion, I would say, instead of a lecture. So let's first see what US looks for in an applicant. Because you need to fit yourself. We are talking about 4,200 plus universities in the US. Out of them, there will be something like 2,800 universities that offer graduate studies. Compare that with the opportunities that are available in Sri Lanka. And the different, there are over 900 majors. You name it, you can even design your own course. So if all these options are there, first and foremost, you need to see whether you fit. Now, 2,800 or 4,000 universities mean each university has its own specific requirements. There are the general requirements as well as the specific ones. So, when you're selecting universities, see whether what sort of academic fit you have with the university. First, try to identify yourself. Who am I? What has gone into making me what I am today? Starting from your primary education, you're what you are today because of the school, of the university, or the other courses you may have done. So find out, do I fit the academic requirements? For example, do I have the necessary GPA of University A, or is my academic qualifications better matching University X? You understand what I say? So then look to see whether you have the bachelor's degree equivalent that US is requiring. Basically, in general, the US requires a 4-year bachelor's degree, which I know Moradua gives. But even if you may have some friends who have 3-year bachelor's degrees, but tell them not to be, sorry that they have not taken that extra special courses, but there are universities that will take them too. Or if you want to do a new course, say somebody has done sociology and now wants to do anthropology as a master's program, there is something lacking, and they will give you the bridge program. They will give you some introductory courses, so you can even change your major. Lots of people do change their majors from one to another, from their first degree to the second or the third. Well, they would require your transcripts, and you know what transcripts are, and those will have to be sent to the university. Then the recommendation letters. Now, if your transcripts would indicate what sort of a student you are, but with the recommendation letters, through your letters of recommendation, they see you as other people see you. Keep that in mind. They want to know more about you. So don't just walk up to a professor who is walking along a corridor. I think I have met a couple of people here, but they may have heard it before, but I want to stress the fact, don't walk up to a professor while he's walking on the corridor and say, sir, can I have a letter of recommendation tomorrow morning? I'm sending an application to the US. Don't do that. Give him time. Give your notes. Talk to him. Talk to him about what you want and why are you going to do this. Take advice from me. He may be having a contact in the US. All those contacts are important. So, the letters of recommendation should cover your academic, how well prepared you are for that tough course of study that you are going to enter, and also those other skills such as your leadership skills, as well as what sort of a team player are you, your reasoning skills, your initiatives, so all these matter. So you need to get all these things included in your letters of recommendation. Then comes another vital part of the application, which is your personal statement. Lots of words. There are some who call it the statement of purpose, then some call it the essay, some call it the personal statement. Basically, it's all about you. So that's why I said first and foremost you need to identify yourself. It is all about you, but beyond the application. Keep in mind what I said first. They want to know you better. So the personal statement is very important. It's all about you, beyond the application, and another thing you got to remember is the why. Justification. Why am I going to give up 5 years of my life if you want to do a PhD? Or why am I going to give up the earnings for this? I could have earned this much within these 5 years. Why am I interested in civil engineering or another specialization? And why did I select this university? All these things matter. They want to know. They want to know why too. So remember to include those as well. Then about financial support. We'll be talking about financial assistance later. Well, you may have all heard about the requirements of the standardized tests. Those are your TOEFL. The TOEFL is all about the command of your language. Well, you do have a command of your language, but it's just that don't expect to walk in and take a test and get the maximum potential that you would have if otherwise. So don't forget that there are strategies, test strategies, then timing is crucial, and also the TOEFL has 2 formats. Now I know lots of, we get a lot of inquiries about this. Aren't there any paper-based tests any longer? Well, there is. There are paper-based tests. There are 6 paper-based tests for the coming 2009-10 cycle. And also, but keep in mind that seats are limited, not like in the IBT. It's better for you, I would suggest doing the IBT because that includes speaking as well. Otherwise, you would have to take the test of spoken English, the TSC also to complete the spoken aspect of it. So doing the IBT is better, but there are some who hesitate to take it. So even there's no difference between the acceptance of the paper-based and the IBT. Then there is the GRE. Is there anybody here who want to go in for business-oriented thing, studies? Can I see hands if there's anybody? No? Okay, so I'm not talking about the GMAT, the GRE. GRE is